to show you two of my favorite utility type stitches on the Husqvarna Viking Onyx 30. One is a triple straight stitch and the triple zigzag, and then the other one is a mending stitch that you'll find down here on menu 2. Hi, I'm Sarah from sewingmastery.com, where we do free video tutorials on sewing machines, embroidery machines, and sergers. And today I am working through all the great features of the Husqvarna Viking Onyx 30, and this is one of the machines in our store that we do actually sell a lot of because of the price point. It has so many different functions that you usually have to spend a little bit more money to get, but it's all on this beautiful sewing machine, and we kind of find it suits a lot of people's needs for just like a basic sewing machine with a little growing in room and a ton of decorative stitches, including 2 alphabets down here on the stitch chart here. One of the things I love to do in my class is have people do a triple straight stitch, and I show them how and why I love this, and it really makes you look professional when you sew. Now, it's actually a stretch stitch as well, so I'm going to take a piece of denim, I'm going to fold it on the diagonal, which is actually the bias, because I want to show you that when we stitch it, how much it actually stretches. Now, if you've been using your go button here on the front of the machine, that's actually a great way to stitch where you don't have to use your foot control. It actually, if this machine sounds so smooth, and I just love that, number one, I can push the locking stitch, it locks it when it's done, and then I can just touch the scissor button, it cuts the thread and pulls it out. So take a look at how pretty this stitch is. You're gonna find the reason I sewed it on the bias is because it does have a stretch. The other thing that people love about this stitch is that it is reinforced in such a way that it doesn't look like you've sewed it 3 times to make it be like triple stitched. Like, it's an actual in the right hole each time, and it looks like you've sewn it with thicker thread. So many times people come in to our retail store and they're like, oh, I need a really thick thread. I need to match my jeans, or I'm sewing something that just requires some oomph. Well, most of the time, I'm like, you can use the stitch that's built in because it does 2 stitches forward, 1 stitch back. 2 forward and 1 back. And that makes that beautiful stitch. I've also used this in a decorative way. Anytime I need to kind of make some area pop, I use this almost like eyeliner. Like if I need to highlight something, I've been known to actually stitch that to make something kind of stand out a little bit more. And also, I've got all the colors of thread probably. I don't need to go to the store and buy a thick spool of thread for one exact color. I mean, you can have hot pink, you can have variegated threads, you can have whatever color that you want in a heavier looking stitch. For fun, let's just do the triple zigzag also. You could make this wider than 5 because this machine will go all the way up to 7 millimeters wide. You can make it longer if you want. Let's just go ahead and sew it and see what it looks like. So again, 2 stitches forward, 1 stitch back, and gives you that really nice look. Let's just do this where we make it a little longer while we're sewing. It does go up to 3. We'll touch our knotting system, locks it, and then the scissor button to cut it. Easy peasy. And so this stitch really looks, again, nice and professional. It has the give if you want it, but if I'm going over something multiple times, I love that the zigzag is all nice and even. You can make that narrower if that was what you wanted. You could make that not as wide as you stitch. Now, another stitch that people are always asking me about and is built into this machine is actually down on the stitch chart down here. So when you open it up, first off, any of the stitches on these first 2 kind of cards, these 2 cards, you need to be in menu 2. Menu 2 allows you then to type in the number, and a mending stitch is actually number 26. Now it's 026 on here. You do not have to type the 0 if you don't want. You can just go 26 quickly, and it will pick the stitch for you, giving us a width and a length automatically. But look what it has. It actually has our buttonhole foot is designed to be used with this stitch. So a buttonhole foot, now we're going to do a video on all the buttonholes too and how to sew buttons on. So we teach you how to use this foot, but this is designed in such a way that when you put a button back here, then it knows how long the buttonhole is done. Well, it's the same foot or system that makes it so you know how long the mending stitch is. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to show you how to do this mending stitch without having to use this foot. The key is you're going to reach behind your needle threader. So this is the needle threader lever. And if you look underneath your machine a little further back, there is another paddle that has a picture of a buttonhole, and you're going to pull that straight down. Well, you normally put that on or pull it down with this foot on, and then that's how it tracks how big of a buttonhole to make or how big a mending stitch you're going to make. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to fake this out, and I'm going to show you how you can just do it. So what's going to happen is it's going to start to stitch backwards, and as soon as you get to the length you want it to be, you're going to actually, with your thumb, tap it in the reverse button. So just so I don't actually have set it for what I need it to do, I'm going to just come back. I'm going to just pick this stitch again, which is 26, which again, if you ever need to clear out something, just reselect the stitch or select another stitch and come back to the stitch that you're working on. So I'm going to go slow so you can kind of see how this works. It's going to start going back, and then I'm going to touch this part here, and then it's going to come down, back, forth, all the way across all the needle positions to create an area that is newly stitched as a mending stitch. Now, don't tell anybody that your machine does this. You'll be doing everybody's mending, but you know what I mean. You can pick and choose who you're going to do this for. So I'm going to push the go button here. It's stitching backwards. I'm going to tap the paddle I pulled down because what it did was it counted. So if I did like 6 stitches back, and then it knows to come 6 stitches forward. So I'm going to speed this up, and we'll see what it actually looks like. It'll stop when it gets to the end. So it did every needle position from the left side to the right side. Touch the scissor button if you want to cut it, and then let's take a look. All right, so here is what it actually did. And yes, I feel you will always get a little bit of an angle. I feel mine is a little bit more than normal. I'm going to have my technician adjust that just a slight bit, but you don't want it to be all the way even, otherwise then that's where like the new, like where it could rip again. So you do get a little bit of a angle to this, but look, if that had been actual matching thread, gosh, it's going to look like you didn't even rip it in the first place. It's kind of recreated that stitch and really helped for your mending. So that's how easy it is to do a mending project. And then you could start it again. You could do it longer. You just let it stitch back further before you tap the piece right here. Or once again, you can put a button in here or just open this. If you open it all the way, it's going to do the mending stitch that distance. So it'd be about that big, and then it'll go back and forth for you. And gosh, that's why it's one of my favorite stitches on this machine. Yes, I love the decorative stitches. Yes, I love just the regular sewing techniques, but these are things that make this machine special because it is so easy to do. And when you're done doing your mending stitch, don't forget to push this little lever all the way back up to the top so it is put away and not engaged for when you go to sew. So I hope you'll check out in our description, we've got links to some of our favorite accessories. If you need some good quality thread, you need some needles, bobbins, the cute little brush I showed you in the cleaning video. And there's a link to all the other videos that we have done on this machine that you can start watching from the very beginning. And as we always say, whenever you watch a video that's been helpful, the way to say thank you is to click the like button. And we hope that you'll also subscribe to our YouTube channel. So hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy sewing!